Really thought we were going to miss Fact of the Day because we're at the cinema. Incorrect, it has been packed, and the number is 119.
119. I'm going number 1. So many ones in there. 1191.
Got it. Number 1. The Inuit use the same word, sila, to mean both weather and consciousness.
Wow, that's...
You know what, that kind of links.
That's an odd one.
It kind of links with Avatar.
People think we joke and we're taking the piss with these types of facts.
I'm not joking.
That are
I'll
relative.
show you
No, we
guys.
can't show them facts. Because then they see all the other facts. I don't know the facts.
How odd is that? We're talking about indigenous people. Avatar's about...
Consciousness and consciousness moving from being to being. Weird shit.
I like it.
Spooky again. Oppenheimer was weird. This one, not as weird as Oppenheimer, but still weird. Avatar 2, The People in Blue, multiple shades of blue, was better than Avatar 1.
Correct.
It was longer than Avatar 1.
Correct.
It was deeper than Avatar 1.
Yes, correct.
It also had more plot holes than Avatar 1.
Definitely correct.
It was worse paced than Avatar 1.
Yeah, correct.
But it had more feels than Avatar 1. You actually brought up exposition, especially right at the beginning, and thought it was a bit too much.
There was way too much, guys. Every time I thought the exposition might be over, we were just pounded with more exposition. The previous film, which is well over 10 years in the past, all these new characters with fast forwarded with the story. So there's so much time gap that we need to understand. But it still felt very, very clunky.
The thing is, most of the audience probably had no idea who these characters were at the beginning. They eventually learned who they were because the story did divulge that very clearly at about halfway through the movie. But the first hour was so poorly paced. The first hour felt like 2 hours.
Oh God, in the middle of this film, forgive me, 1 hour into this film, I turned to Bea and I went, Bea, how long has it been? It feels like we're at least halfway through. He's like, we're not there yet.
We ain't there. We ain't there. We ain't in Kansas anymore.
Oh, that was a line.
That was a line. Story-wise, we said it was a bit all over the place, but I think characters had motivations, even if we didn't like certain characters being brought back. And there was this whole bit about miscommunicating motive and objectives, really, from certain characters, and that being a crux of some conflict between other characters. And I think that works because that's very human. Like, someone misinterprets what's going on.
Yes.
And then it just devolves from there into absolute shitstorms. And while this was an Avatar movie, it might as well have been called Avatar 2 Fast and Furious. Because the amount of family tropes that were in here was so extreme.
Wow.
But they got me almost to the point of tearing up.
No point did I feel like it was overdone. It just felt like this is the way they've laid out the story. This makes sense for the characters as we knew them and we know them now. Yeah. Right? So it didn't feel too far away from the reality of Pandora. Right?
And the great thing is they did introduce different clans of Na'vi, and you actually saw the differentiation between them, and they made it as clear as possible there. Something they didn't make clear was the actual family of Jake Sully. I don't think I got all the kids' names. I don't think they really distinguished them properly enough, but when I see them, I know who they are.
Yeah.
But I don't know the names of them. Now, is that the most abhorrent thing? No, not really, because you still understand what's going on because you can see visually who the characters are. But again, I don't remember a lot of the names of any of the characters in the movie, but specifically his kids.
Yeah, the kids, you know who they are in relation to Jake Sully and Neytiri. That's fine, you understand their age differences. But when it comes to names, I know maybe one name of the kids, and I was really paying attention to this film.
It was well scored, the audio was good enough, it wasn't like a Tenet where you were struggling to hear what was going on, but it was a tough act to follow with the first one just because of how significant that movie was, and James Cameron has opened up Pandora in a way which I didn't think they would do. Story-wise, it was pretty see-through, but going into it, it wasn't as if I knew everything that was going to happen, but as the story went on, it was, oh, this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and then all those things happened. Also, the most annoying character in this movie was Sigourney Weaver's character.
Yeah.
By far. Everyone else, for me, actually put in really good performances, even the kids, but for some reason, Sigourney Weaver in this child role, and that's known, I'm not like spoiling anything there.
It's been out.
It was just a bit too much.
It came off just a bit off color. There was something about it that just felt so far off. I think it was the representation of the character itself. The character, all these people are outcasts, you've seen it in the trailers, but her more than others.
Yeah.
And they really played into that, and it was a big part of the story, and there are some questions surrounding her that are yet to be answered. I think we figured them out.
I think most people would figure them out.
Yeah.
If you just put 1, 2, and 3 together, you're going to get 6.
Yeah.
And I think most people are going to get 6. There's some situations with conception of people and people being magically conceived, maybe. I don't know. But it's an odd one. But then again, you know, I think a lot of people will resonate with it because of the fact that there's something for everyone in it. And it is, in a lot of ways, a movie for everyone.
Yeah.
I haven't felt that with a movie for a very long time, where I've walked out and said, I think absolutely anyone will take something away from this movie in a positive way. As it is Christmas this weekend, what do you think the box office drop-off is going to be? Because it made 134 opening weekend, 500 worldwide. What is the drop going to be? I just want a number. I don't want explanation, I want a number.
I think...
Percentage drop.
I think it might drop by 50%.
50%?
Yeah.
That's low. That's a low drop. That's not too bad.
I think people are going to say, you know what, we're with the family, I don't want to talk problems, why don't we go see a film? Avatar's come out, why don't we go and see Avatar, right? Christmas is a time where people do go to the cinema.
I'm going to usurp you. I'm going 35% drop. I think people didn't see it last weekend because of the World Cup, and that means this weekend people are going to have to go and see it, and it's Christmas, people have the time off. I'm saying 35%. I think it might crack 80 to 90 million this weekend.
That's wild.
Hey, still not 2.7 worldwide. It's not making 3 billion. You said 3 billion.
Who knows?
It ain't doing it.
Who knows? It's gonna have a long run.
I know. It ain't doing 3 billion. I said 1.75. I'm sticking with my 1.75.
You can stick with it. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then maybe Jake Sully.
No, Vin Diesel.
After you.
Vin Diesel, Fast and Furious.
They are both family oriented. They will both come and get you. Now, you don't want either of those boys coming after you, so do subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now, I've been on Sensei.
NarendraTheComic.
You've been great, and we'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, we make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,500 days now, and we aren't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back in tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never not here. Just how it goes. We also bring the bakwas. Bakwas means nonsense in Punjabi. We also bring that. Bring a lot. Bring a little. Do a lot. Do a little. But we do indeed bring that quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow for more of the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same once more. See you then. Skadoosh.
I got you! I got you! Take that, you friggin' psycho! I got you!